Howdy, buckaroos. This your old pal Gabby Hayes, coming at you with another one of them rip-roaring Western yarns. You're darn tootin'. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm taking a little exercise here. You know, us Hayeses are great for taking exercise. I reckon that's on account of an old uncle of mine, Muscles Hayes, he was known as. Greatest wrestler the world has ever known, human or otherwise. Why, shucks, it was nothing for him to wrestle, 10 or 12 fellers at the same time, with one hand tied behind his back, too, all as one. He invented that famous Hayes triple reverse hammerlock twist, you know. Oh, that was a good one. I'll show you how it goes. He'd get him around here on a feller like that, you know, get his way around like that, and then get the other hand up around in here. Wait a minute, I'm stuck. Well, anyway, when he got it, a feller didn't have a chance. Well, sir, become so famous, you know, that they made millions of little statues of that thing. Sold them all over the country. They're still selling them right this very day. Folks call them pretzels. Yeah. Well, our story today is about a gang of outlaws who stole mail and learned what people needed most, and then made sure they didn't get it.
Hello, Billy. Hey, what's the matter with you, fellas? Talk to me, will you? You just don't look right.
All right, all right.
You're all right. I guess it must be the new pants. Well, aren't you glad to see me?
Yeah, I am.
Well, what about that ranch of yours? Let's get on our horses. You can ride out there. Show me the spread. Come on.
Oh, Billy, I ain't got no land now. Things have been happening around here.
Things have been happening? What do you mean?
Oh, I expected my papers in on the stage, and some lead-slinging hind has stuck it up.
Where's the sheriff?
Oh, it seems like any time anything like this happens, he's out of town. Anyway, he couldn't catch a fly in a bucket. If he'd have been on the job, this wouldn't have happened to my land deal. Why, them bandits rode right past the strong box and grabbed the mail.
Grabbed the mail? Doesn't seem like any ordinary holdup. Usually they grab the gold and leave the mail alone.
Not the breed we got around here, don't. Why, Billy, everybody in town was waiting for that mail. And they got my papers, too. I'd like to get my hands on those
Hold up. No, you're standing there yelling about it. Where did it happen?
On the Upper Flats Road.
Get on our horses, ride out there. Maybe we can pick up the trail.
Who's the stranger Fuzzy's riding away with?
I don't know. Must be the partner he was waiting for.
This looks like the spot it happened, Flesh.
Yeah, looks like they turned off this way.
It's over in that direction.
Oh, nothing but an old mining camp.
Go have a look.
Funny. Well, that cabin's been deserted for years.
Not now.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Flush him out.
That suits me.
We've got to make a break for it. Burn that stuff. All right.
They sure caught us with their short tails out. Let's get after them.
Wait a minute. Let him go. I want to see what's in that cabin.
We outsmarted him this time.
You mean this mail sack did?
Where's my letter? Billy, see if you can find it. Doggone mail robbers are lower than lizards. They're hyenas. Hey, you shouldn't read other people's mail.
I know, Fuzz. But in this case, it might give us an idea why those outlaws wanted this mail.
Well, how are you going to learn anything that way?
I thought you were smart.
I am.
Well, would you know about people if you read their mail, Fuzz?
Of course I would.
There's your answer.
I don't get it.
I was afraid you wouldn't. Don't you see? By reading these letters, a man could find out who's in a jam and clamp down on him. You know a fellow by the name of Jim Murray?
Oh, yeah, old miner, a friend of mine. He was waiting for mail, too.
Well, this is the letter he was expecting. This medicine will ease your wife's pain and keep her strength up until I get there. Signed by the doctor.
Well, Billy Carson had the mail. Now all he had to find out was who had stole it. He figured the one he was looking for would know a lot more about folks than they thought.
Buzz, you hang out in the saloon. I'll keep my eye on Kane.
You missed your last week's payment, Phillips. What about it?
I can't afford to give you any money now. I've got to get some stock from my store or go out of business.
Maybe I ought to pay a little visit to the sheriff.
Oh, no, not that. Wait a few days. I'll give you some money.
We'll see that you do.
Wouldn't be smart to bleed him.
Why not? I'm for getting all we can.
Yeah, let Phillips get some new stock in his store. Then we'll get all the more.
Now I know who's who around here. You're nothing but a dirty bunch of blackmailers. Well, I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to the sheriff.
Take it easy, boys. I saw it all. It's a plain case of self-defense.
Well, what do you mean? I was What'd you say, Mr. Hayden?
I said it was a plain case of self-defense.
That's right. Plain case of self-defense for somebody.
All right, boys, break it up. Gibbs, go call the sheriff.
What happened, Fuzz?
Phillips called Hayden a blackmailer and Kane shot him in the back.
Shot him in the back. Where does Phillips live?
He used to live in the back of his store.
Keep your eyes open, your mouth shut. I'm gonna have a look in Phillips' room.
Phillips' store. Get over there and see what you can find.
Hey, where are you going? Nobody leaves here till I say so. Get over there.
I saw it all, Nord. It was a plain case of self-defense.
Maybe so, but I don't like the way things have been going on around here. You seem to be in an awful hurry to get out of here.
Yes, them jumping beans, they're making me jumpy.
What? Where's that friend of yours, Fuzzy?
Who? Well, he was around here a minute ago. He must be out in the street. I'll go get him for you.
Coroner's jury, and you men will have to testify to what you told me.
That's the thing to do, Sheriff. Find anything?
I'll say I did. Somebody was in there, tagged me with a curtain.
You didn't see him?
No, but I got a pretty good idea who it was. Just when I was about ready to get him, Fuzzy smacked into me.
The only man Fuzzy would want to help would be that stranger.
Say, do you think he's a lawman sent here by the stage company?
Well, whoever he is, we're on to him. The sheriff believes that Phillips went for his gun. He wants to ask you some questions. Come on in the office.
Good thing you kept your mouth closed in the saloon, Fuzz.
How could I do anything else after you kicked me in the shins? Say, did you find anything in Phillips' store?
Sure did. This. Fuzz, I want to have a talk with some of your friends.
That's good enough for me.
You say that Phillips was shot in the back. Yet there was 4 men in that room that says he was shot in self-defense.
The sheriff's right, Fuzzy. No jury would believe you when one of the men is an upright citizen like Frank Hayden.
I'm not so sure about Hayden. Phillips called him a blackmailer. He must have had a reason.
Maybe you can tell me what it is.
Maybe I can.
I can't believe it. Al Phillips, an escaped convict? So Phillips was our man. Looks like these robberies are stopped now.
You're wrong there, Sheriff. It's a smarter man than Phillips.
What are you driving at?
Well, can't you see why Phillips accused Hayden?
Are you insinuating that an upright man like Frank Hayden had anything to do with these stagecoach robberies?
That's what it looks like to me.
But that isn't possible. Mr. Hayden has helped everybody in town.
Sure, just like he's helped your father, Miss Jane, and a lot of other hard-pressed people.
By taking everything from him, he sure is a kind-hearted man.
You're supposed to get these, aren't you, Sheriff?
Certainly.
But ever since those hold-ups, you haven't received any, have you?
No.
Hayden has.
I wouldn't be accusing him of things that you can't prove if I were you. Hayden is a mighty generous man. He paid for and built the jail.
Has he ever been in it?
Why, certainly not.
He will.
I'm afraid you boys are wrong.
Of course they are. And you know so much about these robberies. Seems to me that you might bear investigating.
I'm afraid you made a bad move, tipping off your hand to the sheriff.
No, I didn't, Fuzz. I still think Hayden wants to take over this town.
Well, if what you say is true and the sheriff tips off Hayden, you're liable to be dodging hot lead.
Just so long as I keep dodging.
We could lick the whole bunch of them.
Yeah, if they don't shoot Billy in the back.
Well, if they do, then we'll know the sheriff's in with Hayden and the rest of them. No, I mean, well, that wouldn't be a good way to get evidence, would it?
No, I think the sheriff's honest enough. What he wants is more proof. That's what he'll get. Fuzz, I want you to throw a scare into those three fellas that hang around the saloon. Be sure you watch where they go.
You're going with me?
No, not this time.
Oh, I ain't gonna go sticking my neck out there alone. No, sirree, not for you or anybody else. Not even the United States Army. I'm saying right here and now, I will not go alone.
I guess Billy was not much good at talking. At least not near as good as Frank Hayden.
They can't fool me. I knew it was Carson all along. I've got Fuzzy in jail right now, and I'll have Carson behind the bars before nightfall.
You caught him red-handed.
Yeah, they're a pretty smart pair. You know, for a while, they had me thinking it was you, Hayden.
Sure glad you saw through the frame-up, Nord.
You ought to get a posse out quick and hunt down that killer.
Sheriff, I'm offering $1,000 reward for anybody that brings Carson in dead or alive.
That gives us something to work for.
You boys better stay here in case Carson shows up in town.
That's a good idea. And I won't have any trouble getting a posse when I tell them the reward you offer, Mr. Hayden.
Good. That'll finish Carson and give us a clean bill of health.
You know, Hayden, I was looking through the window and saw him stab Gordon.
Yeah? You'd better get yourself another knife. Your scabbard's empty.
Well,
Good thing you got here when you did, Fuzz. I never could have pinned it on Hayden if I was in jail. Sure you weren't followed here?
nobody's followed me since I left Wright's cabin.
What was that you said about Wright's cabin?
Oh, now, Billy, all I did was ride over there and...
Give Jane that letter of hers, huh?
You don't understand. I had to. Billy, that's love.
That's a fine mess you got us into, Fuzzy, trying to play Cupid. From now on, you listen to what I say. We'll bring this thing to a head.
All right, but I don't think you ever was in love.
What's that got to do with it, my being in love? You want to stand up with a rope around our necks?
Yeah, No, of course not.
And listen carefully. You sure you understand everything, Fuzz?
Absolutely. And it'll work if we can get into town without being seen.
That's a chance we're going to have to take. Are you with me?
You know I am.
There they are. There he is. All right, Carson. Come on out of there, Carson, with your hands up. What in the blazes are you doing running around here? I put you in jail.
Yeah, I know, but the jail's got a hole in it.
A hole?
Yeah, the door.
Take aim, man, Joe, and this time see you don't get away. Carson must be around here somewheres. We'll scour these hills. Come on, let's go.
I'll feel better when Carson's captured.
I hope they kill him. He may know more than we figure and talk.
Whatever happens, we're all set for a getaway.
Thing for us to do is to find another good town to milk.
There's plenty of money in Silver City.
And the stages don't run too often.
Hey, are you the two coyotes that said I wasn't a dead shot? See that bottle over there? Well, watch this.
I thought you were in jail.
Ah, that sheriff ain't got nothing on me. He's out chasing Carson in the hope of catches him, too.
What's all the shooting about?
These ornery coyotes don't believe that I'm Deadshot Jones, and I'm proving it to them. See the can on that bottle over there? Oh, what's this?
You couldn't hit the side of a barn.
Hey, this money here says that I can outshoot anybody in the place.
Looks like easy money to me.
I'll take him on. $50 a shot.
Now, you're my mate.
That's our whole estate.
I'll shoot first.
Hey.
Well, you can't win every time. I'll just bet you another 50.
You're on.
Around the plate. How did you get out of jail?
So you lied to me. What is this, a trick?
Hold it. The sheriff got him. Now get around front. All right, wait a minute. Take care of these two, Sheriff. Get out of there. Get up on your feet.
I found enough evidence in that safe to hang you, Hayden. There he is, Sheriff.
Can't pin no murder rap on me. He did the killings.
Now, wait a minute there. If I don't miss my guess, you'll all swing. Bert, lock him up. Come on, get going there.
Hey, that was quite a yarn, wasn't it, huh? Yes, sir, I like that. You know, seeing all that mail reminds me of an old uncle of mine. Pen and ink Hayes, he was known as. There was the greatest letter writer the world has ever known, human or otherwise. Why, it was nothing. Him sit down and he'd write 400 or 500 letters a day. And of course, he had so many friends, you know, kept him busy. Every Christmas time, he'd have to sign his name to about 50,000 Christmas cards and send them to his friends. Well, he got tired of that and got himself an ID. He went out and he had some little pictures about that big. See, had them all printed up, and he stuck them on the postcards. And you want to know something? They turned out to be the first postage stamps the world has ever known. Yes, sir. Yep. Well, I reckon that's just about all for today, buckaroos. Well, I'll be back next week with another rip-roaring Western yarn. You're darn tootin'. Yes, sirree, Bob.